quick chit chat. You guys are gonna see my videos skip like this because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Literally, if I have to choose doing work or paying attention to her, I'm gonna automatically choose her each and every time. I'm not gonna choose the work part. I'm gonna do it on the side, but yeah, no, it's different. Like I'm trying to get into full time with you guys, but we gonna see how that work out. Like we gonna see. I'm gonna see if that balance gonna work. We'll see. But yes, it's gonna skip like this, but just work with me.
I don't know about y'all, but I have to have a balance. Like, I done said this multiple times, but I'm gonna say it again for the ones that haven't heard me say this. I need a balance. So, like, yeah, I want my spirit right or whatever, but it's like I don't want to listen to classical music. I don't. I like listening to hip hop. I like listening to pop. I like listening to country. And I get it, like the music that they put in doesn't hire your frequency and stuff like that. But, I want to enjoy it and, take a break from being so in tune with my spirit. Because it's like if something was all black, I would lose my mind. If something was all white, I would lose my mind. So there needs to be a balance. And then every time I say that, I'm like, I think about the yin and yang. Like the light needs the dark needs the light. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like there becomes like what do you call it? Like there's a line, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying good needs evil, but I feel like good needs bad. Bad, which is like, not everybody's gonna work out every single day and eat a 110% diet and drinking 110% goodness. Like you're not going to be perfect with every single thing. I would love to meet the person that is perfect with every single thing. Like your house, you can clean, but I just know like some dust is just a tiny bit of dust is still going to be in one little spot. Like you can't get everything that perfect. Granted, you could have like your perfect moments or days or whatever to certain people, but I was just always told like you can't do everything perfect because I used to get so mad when things wasn't like 100% perfect for me, like in my own way. Like I would get so frustrated, and I remember my mom would always tell me that like you can't have everything perfect. Like I remember we used to have those talks. I don't know if she remembers, but yeah, and I'll just be sitting there like, you're right, and I can finally breathe. Because when you're so in tune with trying to be perfect and making sure your vibes are right and your frequency is right all the time, I went insane because I stopped listening to music because I'm like, oh my God, like there's, bad frequencies in it. So I wasn't listening to music. I stopped looking at TV. Well, TV, I really don't care about that. I don't look at TV anymore. I wouldn't even buy a TV. I buy it for like other people to come over and like look at it, but I wouldn't buy a TV. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like I stopped doing the things that I used to do, and I didn't have like a outlet. Like I looked at nothing but spiritual videos. I looked at nothing but frequency videos, like talking about that stuff. I was literally 110% just looking at that all the time, and I was like, bruh, I'm tired of it. Like I can't. I need a balance. Like I gotta take my mind off of it. I gotta chill a little bit, kind of go on vacation a little bit. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I just gotta take like a little break, a little balance like that. I love that so much. So yeah, so I listen to hip-hop music sometimes, and then I'll switch it to like cleanse my energy. I feel like evil, you can't even cleanse yourself from that evilness. Like you gotta go kill them. Like when it comes to pedos, yeah, kill them. That's evil. That's not even bad. That's like somebody saying, yeah, that's what we need in the yin and yang. No, that's evil. That's pushing it. That's like sacrificing babies to Moloch and stuff. That's evil. That needs to, no, we don't need that. But I'm talking about the bad words like, oh, you're listening to stuff, or like sometimes smoking can mess with you a little bit. So like smoking weed or whatever, you're just like, oh my God. Now I don't feel like you shouldn't do that every single time. Like all the time. I don't feel like you should do that all the time. That's where I feel like that's pushing it. Where it's like, okay, you know what I mean? But it gives me a break. I was not recording this whole time. Anyways, yeah, so I like to follow a lot of people that give me certain messages that I want to be programmed with, right? So I like to follow like psychological stuff. I like to follow self improvement, people that work out, a lot of pediatrician, herbalists. Oh my God, my herbs. Okay, I love to follow like herbal pages, things like that, right? Because that's who I want to be. That's what I want my mind to be watered with. You get what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong, like I have a balance. Oh, that's what I was supposed to say. My bad. So I always have to have like a balance. I can't just strictly follow people that are all about, spiritual things, because I will go insane. I have gone insane just by doing that, to the point where I stopped meditating because I was like, okay, look, I'm sick of it. Like, I'm so tired of, getting exposed to just the things that are going on in the world. And yeah, that may sound bad, but it's like, it goes for my music as well. I like listening to calm music, but sometimes, I want to get turned up. I want to get crunk a little bit. I don't want to just be all, sometimes, shake a little ass. Yeah. Not shake my ass like on social media type things, but I'm just trying to let y'all know. But yes, that, hey, you already know what that is. If you know, you know, and if you do, I fuck with you. But yeah, so there's a balance, but that don't mean that I follow girls, like I said, that are all about shaking their ass. I will never. If I do, I will unfollow her. She starts doing that, I quickly unfollow. Even if I've been knowing you for a long time in school, like, I just gotta unfollow you because I don't want to see that. I don't want that to be shown in the window to my souls. Mm-hmm. Well, soul. I be saying souls because I be talking about my different life paths, my different, what is it, past lives. So I be catching myself saying souls, and I'm like, wait, what the? When you're getting in tune with your spirit and your spiritualness or whatever, you need to be in tune with what messages are you receiving, like what downloads are you given, because once you take the apple and eat it, which by the way is apparently mushrooms, and I was like, that would make so much sense because I did a shrooms trip and it literally gave me so many downloads, and one of the downloads was me giving birth in the election, how Trump actually won, not Biden. Like, oh my God, it was so crazy. I loved it, but I couldn't agree more. Definitely a mushroom than an apple. That makes so much sense. And yes, another Christian reference or whatever. Once you get that knowledge, you bite into that knowledge, you are now revealed to the good and the evil. So just because, you got a download of how to do like a download of a mojo bag. You just get a download like, whoa, I just got this crazy download of like a mojo bag. Let me go look it up. And you think that, oh, now I'm supposed to be doing mojo bags, aka like hoodoo and all that. Things like that, like.
Okay, look. I know sometimes I give like horrible examples, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what you dirty be thinking about, or what you nasty people out there be thinking about, or whatever you guys are into. Like, I just said was something that I personally do. I don't do any mojo bags per se. I did learn about it. I did learn about like the certain culture and things like that. But like I said, I'm more of a say a prayer type of girl. Like, I voice it, and it is what it is. I think about it, I put myself in that mode, that it is what it is. Just whatever you be getting a download over, it's like, oh, today I want to go look at porn, a porn of a nun getting by a priest. Maybe we shouldn't actually look at those type of videos online. But whatever you are into, or whatever is your definition of something that you know that you shouldn't be looking at or listening to, like, just like, if you want to kill somebody, there we go. If you're getting a download to, hey, let me go stab my little brother right now, maybe you shouldn't actually listen to that. Like, downloads like that. So I'm giving you guys certain examples because, I mean, hey, maybe I thought about doing it or two. I mean, come on. Me and my brother growing up, we fought, all right? We loved each other. Boom, 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 boom. That's the sound of a loving siblingship right there. But anyways, we still hung out. Like that was bestie. That was bestie for the restie, even though we fought.
Just messages like that, or you get driven or directed to get interested in that. Learn about it or whatever, but that doesn't mean participate in it. You get what I mean?
And again, guys, I do mean have discernment about it, because when I say learn about it, I mean things that are just in our world type of learn about it. Like, oh, let me learn what Jeffrey Epstein Island was really about. Am I saying to get into that, to do that? No, but learn about that. Or let me learn about, feng shui. Hey, I just got a download to sit here and clean my room, but to put my furniture a certain way. Let me look up what all that is about. Oh, it turns out it's feng shui. Let me learn that. Let me get into that. Like, that's what I mean. You have to have discernment. Know what things to learn about, what things to not even get interested into, what things to get interested into, what things to listen to when you have your downloads, and what things not to listen to. So have discernment.
Like, I have gone downloads like that, or pathways to take, pathways to be interested in, to make me intake in it. Because the more and more spiritual you get, the more and more attacks you're going to get, the more and more stuff you think, oh, this means that I should be into it. This means I should be doing it. And you may think, well, that makes no sense, but just take me for an example. Like I said, I started meditating, I started getting into my spirit, and then, one thing led to another, and here I am playing with a Ouija board again. Here I am, getting attacked spiritually, and during that time, I started to open up more portal doors, and that's my cat outside. Hey, baby. Okay. Open up portal doors because I'm sitting here doing witchcraft and stuff, which could also play into like generational curses as well, because I've just been awoken to, not even that long ago, to that runs in the family, like, of certain people doing witchcraft, and it's not a coincidence that, oh shit, it got passed down to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you just get awakened to things doesn't mean that you should be doing it. Just like, a lot of spiritual people, like me per se, got awoken to crystals. Now, some people kind of taking it on a different level. Like, I'm wearing one right now to like reflect bad energy off. But I'm talking about the ones that are like, oh, you don't have no crystals? You're not spiritual. And it's like, where you get that? Where you get that from? You know what I mean? Or, oh, you can't be spiritual and Christian at the same time. Not knowing that in order to be connected to your own godlike source, you have to be spiritual. You have to be in tune, because if you are not in tune with your spirit, then you are not actually in tune with the right pathways, because you are easily manipulated. You are easily diverted when you are not on your shit, right? So if you not doing something consistently, of course you're gonna fall off. We all get knocked out sometimes. We all slip up sometimes. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. So with that being said, yeah, sometimes you're gonna fall off your spirit. But just to think that you just have to be about him or the source and flesh wise is completely, utterly wrong. That's where you get your fleshly desires. That's where you are not spiritually strong, and you don't have the spirit armor on you, and you're able to get attacked more. You're able to get demonic forces to overpower you more. You get what I'm saying? A lot of portals are opening more because you not being spiritually led correctly by the source. Because why? You're too in tune with your flesh.
And what I mean by that is that a lot of people be having their crosses on them, trying to be about him flesh wise. A lot of people don't really try and tap into their spirit. They just worried about what they got on the outside, not the inside. They just worried about their flesh, not what's more to them. Like, you just think you're just this body, but you're so much more. But some people are scared of that. They scared that they're more, because it's so much more out there and within us, man.
It would be quite foolish to just think, oh, I was born and I'm just a human and that's all to it. Like, I'm just this flesh. Like, there's nothing more. There's nothing more to you. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess I got a skeleton inside of me. And it's like, that's it? You know what I mean? Like, you are so much more than this. And until you recognize that and try and like work with it, you're just going to have a tough time in this lifetime. Oh my God. And I am one to speak because I am one that has lived it and / is still living it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, once I stop, being so fleshly, so worldly at those times, then yeah, shit gets better. But when I drive it, my pathways, I'm about to sink. All right, we finna go breastfeed.